What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So it looks like Powell strikes again. I want to give you a good breakdown of some of the data points, what's happening with Lucid today, and where I see things going from here. Before I get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently it is down 4.45%. It looks like it's going up a little bit. So recovering from this morning's dip that was as a result of Powell. So there was good economic data coming out. And of course, every time there is good data, Powell sees it as an opportunity to raise the interest rate. So that is completely out of left field, sparking fear among the market. And this is why a lot of stocks did have a very big dip. So again, that's basically what did happen today. And unfortunately, as a result of that, it does look like a lot of the data points is turned very bearish as well, which is kind of weird. Starting with options activity. So far today, there's been $4.46 million in call premiums that was purchased versus $7.46 million in puts. So based on this, it is anticipated that clearly people are seeing it to go down or are anticipating it to go down, which, as I've said, and I will always say, options activity does not move the stock price. It is just merely a sentiment. So once again, just be aware that as far as big money, it looks like they are taking a step back today, which is kind of weird. So in the past, they have been very much buying the dip, but today the frequency of the transactions is just very, very low in comparison to almost any day over the last several weeks. So that might be something just to factor in, especially if you are one of those retail investors that likes to follow what big money is doing. And you can tell based on this what is buys and what is sell. So based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price. So again, just be aware that currently based on the fib levels, it is between the P and the R1. So the next big support you need to watch for is $6.51, vice versa, $7.17. And like I said, big money clearly was not getting in, and looking at the momentum indicator shows number of retail investors as well are just not buying this dip. So kind of weird, but of course, as I've said in the past, I'm not a financial advisor, so you guys always do your own due diligence. Stochastic is overbought a little bit with it being at 91. So it does need to pull back anyways and consolidate and kind of reset based on the technicals. But in reality, though, I do feel that this $6.51 kind of target could potentially hold. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. I'll go over some additional data points in a second, but I just wanted to, while I'm on kind of the prices and so forth, there was this good article that did come out that goes over price forecasts for Lucid between obviously now and all the way up to 2030. And several of these kind of articles have come out, but I feel that this one is the most kind of realistic one. So in 2023, it does show as far as the max price around $15 and an average around 10, 2024, 2025. So all the way up to 2035, it looks like the average price is around $314. So out of anything, given what Lucid is trying to accomplish and having the PIF behind them, this article I do feel has the most realistic price targets. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Do you think by 2030 it can actually reach this amount, or do you think that this is low and it can go up significantly higher? So let me know you guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. As well, I just want to go over some additional data points just on a side note, starting off with what shorts are doing. So right now, shorts are actually returning 683,000 shares, which is kind of optimistic. Shows that they do feel that this is an overreaction to what is being done today, because if not, they'd be increasing and doubling down their position. But right now there is 19.23% of the free float being shorted, and that works out to be 157.24 million shares overall being shorted. At the time of doing this video, there actually has been no SEC filings, no press releases, so it's just merely following Powell, the broader market, optimism, things like that. And on a side note, I know I was really saying this during Q1 leading up to the Q1 earnings, because typically Lucid always loves to actually announce positive news, so good news right before the earnings, so they can use that as a talking point. And I was really anticipating that the gravity was going to be unveiled very close to the Q1, but unfortunately I was wrong about that. And we already do know that Peter was and did some testing in the actual gravity several weeks before the actual Q1 earnings, so then he used that as a talking point. But still, it looks like there has been pictures of it just casually driving around in LA, I believe. So again, like I said, with the Q2 earnings coming up fairly soon, most likely by August, I do feel it's going to be released within the first week of August, but still, I do feel that the gravity, which is going to be a very, very big catalyst, probably the biggest catalyst for 2023 for Lucid, but I feel that that is going to be unveiled during that time, right before that. And like I've mentioned in the past as well, when I did visit a studio in LA, the studio advisor told me that the gravity, based on what he's heard, is going to be unveiled in obviously the summer. So meaning either July, August. I don't really anticipate September being considered summer, but you guys get what I'm saying. So either within the next little bit, and obviously I do feel that it's going to be very much oriented towards the Q2 earnings. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. And while briefly talking on the Q2 earnings, what is your guys' thoughts on, for instance, the numbers? Because we already do know Tesla and Rivian both released their Q2 numbers, both of which were fairly positive and going to be in line with their targets for the end of the year. What do you think the production of Q2 did accomplish, or what do you think that was? I did do a poll, as you can see right here. I love my polls, and it looks like right here, based on 763 votes, which isn't too much, but majority of which do feel that it is going to be over 3,000. So 35% said that. What is your take on this? Me personally, I do feel that it's going to be around the 2,500 to 3,000 range. But keep in mind, if it is this kind of over 3,000, then that means they are going to most likely exceed their year-end target. So again, that's going to be something very, very positive for Lucid. So let me know you guys' thoughts on all of this in the comments below. Give yourself a shout out if you did buy the dip this morning and where you guys see things going. Do you guys agree with these price targets, or do you think that they are too conservative, or do you think that they're too aggressive? What is your take on that? If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. Take advantage of some free promos, one of which is with Moomoo. Link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for a free account. You get one free stock. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Throw $100 at the account. You get 5 free stocks plus a $100 cash reward. So this legitimately is a free promo. It's been extended up until July the 15th, I do believe. So take advantage of this while you can. Link in the description below and in the comments. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.